Wastelanders, this is Gary, back for another Keeper Series knife. And if you haven't seen or not familiar with my Keeper Series, watch my very first episode of the Keeper Series. I explain what the Keeper Series is. This is my next knife I feature. There's not any order to it. I just grab a knife and talk about it. So this is the second one in the Keeper Series. This is the Real Steel 3001 Precision. This is an S35 VN steel. This is not necessarily a flipper knife. This is kind of a knife that you would pinch grip and roll out. Or, you know, if you don't want to do it, you can open it with two hands. I imagine you could flip it out, but this is not a bearing knife. This is a knife that's on washers, and there's no thumb stud. There's a basic one, the budget one, that you could get with a thumb stud, but it has a different blade shape. I had the budget version. I later sold it. I modded it and sold it. I want to keep this one because I like the fuller. I like the blade shape on this one better than the budget version. It's a little bit different. I'll throw a picture up there of the budget one. Anyway, this features titanium scales, S35 VN steel. It's a flat grind, and it's a frame lock, which is not any problem because I don't have to try and flip it out and keep my finger away from the lock bar. I can just roll it out with my thumb. This was a mass drop exclusive. Before they became drop, it was mass drop. So I believe this one is numbered. You can see it's numbered 79. And I bought this off Love Them Knives, LTK, and a YouTuber LTK. He sold it to me. Well, heck of a deal. It wasn't like expensive at all. He probably lost money on it. Anyway, this was designed by Poltergeist Works. If you're not familiar with Poltergeist Works, he is a designer that he's exclusively designed for real steel, but I think he's out of Poland, and I'm a big fan of his designs. I pretty much got every knife that he's ever designed, production knife. So I still have not located a custom knife. I probably couldn't afford it, but I buy all his production knives. I have one of his production knives. You'll see it in the series too. It's made by Bestech. I'll explain that later when it comes up. But mostly all his knives are produced by Real Steel Knives. And I'm really a big fan of this one. This is a knife in the Keeper Series I would never part with. I can say never comfortably 100% because unless I was totally broke and I needed the money badly, I probably would never part with this. It's sort of a grail knife for me. When I was getting into the hobby, I missed out on this one, and I really wanted this when I discovered it because I became a Poltergeist Works fan. So luckily LTK, he had one and he sold it to me. The other variation was this is a premium knife. The other variation was a shredded carbon fiber handle. I think it's only on this side, the presentation side, but I opted for the full titanium. I just love the full titanium. This fits perfectly in my hand, very comfortable, and I love the blade shape. Yeah, so this is my second in the series, and thanks for checking out. See you on the other side, Wastelanders. Take care.